Divine Sunshine. This is part 3 of the talking, interviewing, and comics people. Today we're going to talk to a family member. I'm going to say specifically, I want the mom. But we'll see who shows up, and when I pick the card, they'll tell me energetically who it is, but I would prefer that. But we'll see. We're open and receptive to whoever speaks, comes up. But we're talking to a family member of the feminine karmic today to kind of get. So far, I talked to 2 of them already. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, you narrow that down, please. And we be here all day, me trying to break that down. I could have. I just really rambled on through it, but let's see. Let's try it again. There it is. It'll come back out again. Make it clear, make it plain. Thank you. We got Lilith here. Yeah, can't be quiet, Julie 1111. Say what? I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. Okay, okay. This one has got an interesting background. What? No, I gotta look you up. I know, but I want to look and see their take on what she represents. You ain't in no alphabetical order. 142. Ooh, interesting. I love you too, Moonies. That's an interesting twist there. Okay, hold on. Lilith embodies our sovereignty to declare our desires and do what must be done in order to live them out. Stop right there. We got the mom. This is the first one that came right off of here. This person feels as if a lot of times they had to do things in life to get their desires because they say, I got to get the job done no matter what. And they must be done in order to live them out. This is the mom. To say, you know, like a lot of times when you have children, you're like, I had to do what I had to do to provide food on the table for my kids. So, you know, if that means you was in the way, you was in the way. So this is who we're talking to. Okay, and I forgot to thank the other best friend. Let me say it in this one. Thank you to the other best friend that has showed up. To both of them, those two had, yeah, we had the quiet best friend. It didn't say much, but it was very observant. And then we had the other friend that was like loud. You know, everybody got friends like they got one kind of reserved, the reserved best friend. The other one was like, you know, she like person get like, ah. She almost reminded me of Cardi B like, ah, I could. Doing all that stuff like she get the party stuff, but she's genuine. It ain't like I'm faking it. Like I can't back up what I throw out there. I can back up what I throw out there. Trust and believe. This one here is the mom. This mom here is like, you know, this one kind of like scratching and surviving. Like I done did some things. Life was kind of hard and didn't treat me too right. Kind of like a mom here. But again, I did what I had to do to survive. So we'll see what's happening. So let me see energetically wise for the karmic here. You tell me what's going on as far as the energy here. What's going on with her? Energy. Ooh, stop. Otherwise, this way. Tell me. Thank you. When I did it, it's like, you on the wrong way. Yeah, I was. Tell me what's going on with her. This is your daughter, so you know. Internal youth. When first time I came here, to me, it seems like to me, is like she sees her daughter as being kind of immature. That's what he said. Life treated me hard. That's why I try to tell her about, you know, so she don't make the same mistakes that I did. I try to make sure that she don't do the same things that I do as well. And sometimes, you know, it's hard, and I'm, you know, because I done been there and I done that. So I'm gonna make sure that she don't do those things that I have done. She's new. She's new. She a newbie to this, and I could tell that some ways she's like maybe been a little kind of naive to some things. She's ignorant to some things. I don't like that term, but that's again not knowing as well. And she has so much vitality in life, but she understands right now here. It's almost like this guitar said, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing like with his words. Kill me softly with his words. Kill me softly with his words. Share my whole life with his words. Kill me softly with his song. So right now, it's killing them. It's killing her right now. What's going on with the divine masculine? She sees it is, but at the same time, she's seeing some things that is actually dying. I want to know. So, okay, you see that this is actually happening. What kind of way is you helping out in this situation? No, that to me is look like I guess we'll see by and by what you doing to this situation. What's the overall theme according to you about this karmic situation? My head is hurting, which means the DM is thinking. Woo-wee. She's saying the same thing. There go that daggone mannequin again. Like the best friend that's the quiet one, the observer one, that observe things. This mannequin thing came out. Then that first best friend, she said that it seemed like her friend was becoming like a puppet. Everybody's saying that she's not doing what she's supposed to be doing. We got 0, be the fool. This one again, the same thing I want to say about I wanted to take the fool's journey, but it's the fool. She wanted this new beginning. She wanted this thing. She's offering this rose to the sun. Seems like, and it's like to me, she's looking at her saying that, you know, you're offering it, but what the sun gonna do with it? This is how kind of semi-pessimistic she is about this thing. And this dog kid is right here. Trying to interest my dog. Here this you know, trying to help her to understand to be, dogs represent loyal, being loyal. Also, they're having their own mastery to things and how friendly they are, which is friendships, relationships as well, which is tugging on them about this new beginning that actually wants to take. This one is fools. It's like, to me, I see mountains around. So being able to do this new beginning that she wanted to have in this karmic situation came with a lot of challenges. They had a jagged edge, a lot of sharpness to these mountains here as well. But the 7 of Swords is really intriguing me because I want to know what's this here. This is like a thief. This, like, to me, when I look at this side by side, it's like she wanted this new beginning and she wanted to steal it. Like, I won't get it by any means necessary, even if I got to shoot up the place to get it. This is what she had wanted. This is what she see in her daughter. This is what she did and acted. Well, she got that kind of gumption from you because you want to say by any means necessary. This look like this is your creed. I'm gonna do whatever it takes in order for me to. I had to do what it had to take to get food on the table. So if it meant, like, you know, sometimes I had to do some things and be with some people that I didn't want to actually be with because that uncle helped me to put food on the table for you all, then yeah, I go ahead and sacrifice my body to do it. This is some things that this feminine, this karmic feminine, actually seen her mom kind of doing, sacrificing herself like that. And that might have been what the friend was saying. The second one is the one that act like Cardi B was kind of about. Let me see this 7 of Swords here. Okay, there we go. We're in the Swords. Good. This says they're dealing with Sagittarius and Gemini here, influence here too, if that means anything for you. Okay, right, again, this is trouble in the streets. A youngster is caught in a situation of violence. And she said, yeah, they have been kind of verbally violent with each other as well. In retreat, and the consequences are bad. The surrealistic, harshly lit window display of dolls and swords on the dark tones of the card heighten the atmosphere of tense danger and desperation. The action takes place in the sequence of informing a ratting or a quick draw, a fast exit. Interpretation, dishonesty, betrayal, flight from consequences, dangers through travel and communication, false intentions, hasty decisions, furtiveness, robbery. Okay, so this is what it looks like to be. Again, she had made this hasty decision by getting into this relationship with this divine masculine, and she really practically had robbed somebody in getting this connection. Right now it's turned into it being a very scene of a crime. It's very violent where it is. I'm not saying it's any bodily violence, but it could be a lot of mental things, some abuse. Those things that came in part as well. This is what, because violence keeps on jumping off of this thing, and I'll see if that card comes out in them other ones that show about what's going on. That came out in another reading about that. The best friend say, I ain't gonna say it, but you know, my friend, they been kind of, it been a little rocky, it been a little violent in a relationship. This ties this whole thing up with this conversation again. So dangerous, betrayal. Again, betrayal of trust. Might be a betrayal with the divine feminine or the divine masculine has done this. All these things is in this, playing out in this thing, because she's saying to me, first thing came off the page here, is a youngster is caught in a situation. She already said at the beginning that she's new, which lets me know that she wasn't really mature to handle this situation. She just went in there. I don't care if she's 40 and she went in there. She's saying still as a mother, well, you know, your mothers know their children. She wasn't emotionally mature. She wasn't ready for this. This is what she's saying. I know how to get things by any means necessary. I know what I got to do to put food on the table. That means I got to lay down with this man in order for me to get this stuff. I can do it. I can deal with the consequences. With me, I'm not going to be mentally stripped by it, because I've trained myself to turn myself off to get what I need to get. That's why she said, fool. She was acting a fool. This is a new beginning. This is something she does not know. Immature. This little dog looks like a little puppy. It's like immaturity. It's like, who would think about offering a flower to the sun? The sun represents the many things we know when the twin flames. The sun is the divine masculine energy. Divine for us, for the feminines, ours is the moon, supposedly. As well, for that understanding, that's our energies that we represent as well. So my thing is that she's been offering this like an immature, like, I'm offering this rose, this beauty, this thing to this, and she's like, it's immature here. Who would do that? Offer that to that one. What you offering that to him? You ain't ready for that. What he gonna do with that? So this is that's the first thing that came off the page for me. Looking at this clear. What's happening with the energy here? What's happening with the energy? Gotta get grounded and rooted in this. She says she's not grounded. She's not grounded. She's too damn flighty. This fantasy. Somebody, one of these cards came out, fantasy. Was that in the other one? Because I'm doing these things back to back. I'm sorry, I was talking. So I think this is when you want me to show this, and you want me to show this too. Okay. Something about this got to do with that. Okay. Oh, and what's the card that's going to back up? I went the opposite. That's all right. We go with the flow, like Dad say. Go with the flow. Let's see. By and by, it's going to explain what's going on with that. What is that? And what's the matter of the heart? Okay. So she's got to get grounded and rooted. She's flighty. She's immature. She kind of goes after something like that, and she's shoot and gone. She don't think about it. She don't really kind of that. And that's the same thing that she's telling me. She's saying that's how her and that divine masculine got together, because I could tell with him, he don't think things through either. And so that's something that they kind of together get. That see, because see, I done been around the block. See, I got some street smart. I know how to use the street and the intuition a little bit more. So I got common sense. It's like she said, I heard you talk about common sense. I use common sense. I'm not that ones that be out there using the book sense. I wasn't like that. I ain't had too much of that book sense or going to school training like that. And if I did, I still knew how to use both of those two together. I'm not the person that's so intellectually into it that I don't know how to use what I've learned in the streets, what I've learned growing up. in interacting with people and experiences that I've gained. I know how to be able to add in both of those two things there. Says right now, the heart of the matter is understanding when it is really truly safe to love. She's looking for love in all the wrong places. This is not it, this situation. She's got to learn, the heart of the matter is that she's got to learn how to open up her heart and to be able to give and receive the highest form of love from all. And right now, again, goes back to this. She's accepting this. This here is not going to be returned here. There's no way you could be able to love the sun. The sun does not have no way that it's going to lie at bed with you at night. It's not going to be able to hold you tight. It's not going to be able to hit that spot like that, because again, there's two different dynamics to that. And that's her problem. She gives, but she's not going to get that same thing in return. She's loving something bigger than herself. That divine masculine is something bigger than herself. She's not ready for that. So she's got to learn. She's got to take this journey of freedom. This divine masculine here is more grounded, surprisingly. I know you're probably laughing and saying how, but he is more grounded. She's more in the other ways of that. Right now in this situation, when it comes to love, she's playing herself. She's learning now that she maybe has played herself a little small in this. She's understanding when I look at her that now that, again, the way she was thinking, that way of thinking is dying off. It no longer suits. It no longer fits to where she is right now. She's acted like a parrot. She was following things that what I was doing and figuring that she's going to be doing the same thing. Like I said, I understand the game. She don't understand the game. Like, again, like Jupiter 11 said, we playing chess, not checkers. This ain't no battleship down here. This is like the real deal Holyfield game here. And she came in and thinking we playing goldfish or war with some serious bidwig players and bridge players with these cards here. We ain't coming here playing for no play. We could have ain't for keeps in this thing. She didn't have that understanding. So now, right now, where it is the heart of the matter is about this love thing. She got to clean some stuff up. She's moving into that energy, understand. She's got to clean things up. She got to stand more in her power. Understand that spirit has came in now and has intervened in this and caused a wind of change to happen in her spirit, because now she's got to get some directions. I told you before, she was kind of bouncing around. She's kind of got these pipe dreams there that really didn't have no anchor and no weight into it. Now she wants her freedom. She's understanding that that's something that's in black and white. Because again, next card here, I ain't even watching that because I'm looking at you all. The next one here is, again, she's getting now to this understanding it's time to go. It's a new opportunity that's coming towards me. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I feel instinctively like spirit is for laying the little trails, little breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel as to where she needs to actually start going. This is what is actually going on with her. Now, what I think about this situation, clear. Not the hole. Jesus, all these cards on the floor. This is almost the same like the first one it said. Oh my God. Woo. And all these cards is relevant. They tell a story. Okay, let me get them all in the same order. This is almost like the same thing like the friend had said. I'm going to do it in it because this is a story. And I see the relevance of why she throwed it down. This one, she's a force to be reckoned with, this mom. This mom don't play, baby. She probably throw things, kind of remind me of mom and stuff. When she get upset, she throw things down. like this, that. This is the force here to say. Okay, first card. Woo, this is that. We're going to rattle them off like this because, like I said, I got a time thing. Queen of Air. There's a conflict here about her really making a decision emotionally. She's saying with her daughter as far as telling people to kiss her ass. She understands that right now where she's at right now is there go that sun again. That her getting close to this divine masculine is going to burn her up. This reminds me of the story of Icarus. Icarus was a god that made some wings made out of wax. and so he could be able to get up into the heavens. And the closer he got to the sun, again, those wax kind of wings that he had started to melt, and then he fell down to earth. This is saying, I don't know if he fell down to his death. I can't remember the thing. Somebody correct me down there. I know Bonita helped me last time on this one. This is, again, getting too close to the divine masculine. She said the closer and closer she get with this divine masculine, and more she's in it, the more she feels that her daughter is going to burn in this situation. Again, here, next one, judgment. This one here is that she's now coming to a point of awakening. Judgment means awoke. She's starting now to get awakened by some things here. Spirit is helping to do this. This here, like, again, is like a jungle here. Again, she's got some boundaries here as far as this materialism things. And she believes that using her body is a way for her to be able to do this. But this is a barrier, according to her mom. It's not helping her to be able to go on, because it's helping her to be more hunted than for her to be able to be the hunter. As well. So that the writing is on the wall. She's saying about this. Spirit is writing it on the wall. Next thing, she says that she again needs to take some action as far as her being able to go take off and get her freedom. And again, like, start telling people to kiss her ass. She's got to stop thinking about her image. This came out into the best friends, the first best friends thing about her image, because I think I stopped right here with the best friends, the first one. Again, understanding with the best friend, seeing that her image, she's protecting. Umbrella represents protections, protecting herself from, like, being rained on, like, again, like something, dark clouds or things coming in along as far as in her situation, her whole situation being rained on. But she's trying to protect and stop that, and act like she's vulnerable in the process when she's not, because again, she can't truly get vulnerable, because again, it's her image. She feels again emotionally that the divine, this karmic here, is again trying to, in her thoughts, keep on making her get enthusiastic or stimulate her to get on board with what's going on in this situation. And this goes two ways. This is also her trying to stimulate this divine masculine too, as far as being in this situation. And she's saying that, you know, the divine masculine is checked out. He is at the point now that she keeps on making these advances. He feels uncomfortable about this. She understands right now, but this came in reverse. So again, there's a conflict here. Again, that the divine masculine, what's really keeping him kind of staying there is because the divine masculine don't really know what's going on with this divine feminine. He now knows that the divine feminine is the one, but he feels like wherever she is either she's too far away, she's too ascended, she's too much in her world, she's too much being successful, she's too much in the relationship with the divine, whoever it is that she done picked, for him to be able to make that connection. And so this is causing a conflict, and this is the only reason why the divine masculine is still there. She feels also that again that her daughter is like tan in the wind. She is so daggone flighty. She's light like a piece of paper. And right now it's like this here is just, she's just getting caught up with things, but things are really dying. This is trash around it. That she's got to really start looking at these things and saying, okay, it's really over right now. But she's just really kind of just staying there and just kind of like let things kind of take her to her next destination. She's seeing her daughter throw herself at the divine masculine, and the divine masculine is like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? So she's seeing this happening also. She's also seeing her daughter demasculate the divine masculine as well in the process, while she's trying to make things manifest and happen in magician mode. And she's believing that she's really being in her power, but she knows that that's not really being in her power. That, you know, she figured like that, although the divine masculine sometimes acts very kind of in his monster mode, monstrous, towards her, and she figured, well, you know, if I say things about your manhood or who you are as a man, that's going to help to cut you down. And this is causing her to be able to put her in the magician mode to create some things. She wants her to be able to be really down to earth here. This to be is like a person, but she needs to work on that, especially when it comes to the material things. Again, she believes still that she going ahead and start kissing, telling people to kiss her ass, especially the divine masculine in this situation, that she still have a chance for the world to be her oyster. And still she could be able to achieve that. But again, she's got to know who she is. She's got to stop putting on the show for other people like the can, and really truly seeing what's her reflection instead of relying on the reflection of how other people see her and how other things are reflected back to her to tell what her identity is. She also needs to stop right now. She's playing the victim role too as well in Earth, but also she's relying and going to the wrong people to help her to get out this situation, because these other people don't really want to have nothing to do with her. She feels that if she playing this woe is me and this victim thing, she's going to get more people on her team, but she doesn't know, sadly, does she know the more that she does this, the more people don't want to distance, don't want to have anything to do with her as well. But she is hurting. But again, I've said this before in several other readings there. If you keep on setting up this thing like, you know, I'm powerful, I don't need help, look at my life, look at me, I'm successful. When you do want to cry, when you do want to cry out about I need help, people believe in you crying wolf, like, oh child, you got it, you know, you got that man, and they going off the script that you've handed them. This your script, this is it. Okay, I'm in a wonderful marriage, I love my man, he loves me. Read the script. Okay, she's in a wonderful marriage. She loves her man. He loves her. You know, I'm just like, okay, so now you ain't giving them nothing else different to kind of read off of it. So that's what causes the problem for that to actually happen. So right now she's in the Empress where she wants really this divine masculine. She sees her daughter wants the divine masculine to put up put up his number, his jersey to be, and really bow down. She wants really some kind of revenge, some kind of way where she brings the divine masculine actually to his knees with that. But understanding that eventually that this divine masculine, the table's going to turn and he going to be in his emperor power, and she going to be sitting there like left in the cold looking at him. And she could see that. She said, because I know the script. I know it well. I've been out there in the streets. I know how it is for relationships. I know how everything happens and how it goes. She's new to this. She does not know. I don't think I need to use that. Let me see. Because you kind of really pretty much had told everything like that. Do I really want this? This to me look like overkill. Clear. Is there anything else that you left out maybe from this that you might want to share? Preferably, could you tell me just in one card? Because I think you kind of really told the whole thing. And if I shuffle this one more time and ain't nothing coming out, then it's nothing you want to say. Okay, they go to one. It popped out. Again, she's trying to juggle two things. The earth, heaven and the earth together. She's not really prepared and ready. She's immature. She's undeveloped to be able to handle this skillfully. She's got people around her. There's some frenemies as well. She's like, and I might be one of them. I'm just going to be honest with that. That's kind of pushing her to do this, and she's not really ready. Okay, what do you see is going on in a relationship? I'm not using that card. I did that for that one. I don't think that was inappropriate for that one, but that's all right. I had did it already. What's going on, clear, with their relationship? Can you tell that too? What's going on? Thank you. That understanding right now what's going on is that the divine masculine is a romance in the stone with the divine feminine here. You know, the truth is there. It's laying right there on the bed, and he's really trying to woo the divine feminine. This is actually who he wants to. And then she's the third wheel. She back here. She know about it. She trying to cook things up to get something that's look like a cauldron. Say, I got something for you, my pretty. And, you know, this here got all these flames are lit here. It's like a birthday, like giving birth to something new, something that's happening. And she said it's already done. Maybe she might have already told her mom that, you know, already know about that. What is the, oh, I thought I was getting the box. So it's already know. It's third party. She already knows about this thing, about the divine masculine, romance in the stone with the divine feminine. She already knows what's going on with that. There's a third party energy there. Clear. What's going on here? What's the shadow? What does she needs to work on her shadow here? Oh no, this is out of order, but what's her shadow? What's her weakness things? That she's sacrificing herself. The best friend said that again. She's trying to act like she's hard, but she's not. Again, emotionally. Again, she's like really kind of on the defensive too right now in this situation. She's linking about some things about what her mother had did with what she's happening today, things in her family, some things that she has seen. But really, when she looks at it again in the past, her mom had something about unrequited love here happening here, and that's dead. But she's linking on to that instead of her saying, let me try a new way of doing when it comes to love. I want to follow the pattern of my mother. And as far as about how she went about in getting things done. This is something that she said in order for the level up, she's got to kind of break that tide there. Again, there's a moon red there at 2, which means that's the illusion. She's got, again, thank you, Mikey and Ralphie, understanding envious gluttony. It says she's a glutton for punishment. That's the first thing she's about to be. She says she's glutton for punishment. It's like it's over. This again goes back to what I just said earlier. Please watch my trigger warning about Save the Drama for Your Mama. This right here is addiction. This is why, again, this is the collective tie. One of the levels about their codependency and their addictions that they're handling too, between the divine feminine and between the divine masculine and this karmic feminine, is because, again, there is this gluttony for punishment. Again, this drama. I liken this I don't want you, but I want you. At the same thing, I watched somebody's thing and they was talking about that, about the runner and chaser aspect. Some people are addicted to that because it's the thrill of the chase. It's the thrill of the wanting. You can't have me. And some of them is like, again, that's why I forgot to put that into that thing about that drama of that wanting, that thrill of the chase of not being able to have too. That adds on to that until you get to the point and say, nah, I'm not going to be chasing after something I can't have, or I'm not going to keep on doing that. And then that eventually you got to stop running, almost like in Forrest Gump when he was running. And it's like, he just stopped. And he's like, why you stop, Forrest? And he's like, he had no explanation. He's like, I'm hungry. I want to go home. It's just like, ain't no reason. He just started taking off running for no daggone reason. And that same thing, gluttony for punishment here, gluttony for not having enough. It's this dark code there between, seems like the mom had kind of pretty much had placed it there. And again, trying to fill it out with all these material things. This, again, her image, way other people are viewing her, how they're looking at her, how they're doing those things. That's a gluttony there. So it's something about that just can't get enough. It's always, I want more, more, more than what it is. And then forgetting oneself in the process. Again, she's mastering her emotions, especially in her thinking. And again, putting herself last in this relationship. That's not healthy. What's going on in the action? Now, this is the elder here. So again, this is going to may take a little longer than the 40 with to us to investigate. So, but I'm almost at the end of the stretch. But I'm just kind of pre-warning you here. Clear. I don't want to rush her because she's pretty much telling everything about what's going on. So, like, tell me, again, what's happening with their karmic actions? What things are they doing in this relationship? What are they doing, the divine masculine and this karmic? What's going on here? This card came out with the friend, the one that said that this is dishonesty. Again, doing things again just to be doing it. I'm going to read it again, but I think that's what I said. Let me say. Okay, I got so many highlights on this. So many. Several things here is in this mom's thinking. She already knows. She already said, I already know that the divine masculine got somebody else. She's like, why? Because, the writing's on the wall. I didn't have enough life in me to understand the signals that's coming up to let me know, okay, when a man ain't interested and when his interest is turned elsewhere. The whole sign, symbols, everything is screaming coming off this guy, off this dude, that he's got somebody else on the mind, This is selling that. And this woman is she's pretty comfortable where she is. She's in the driver's seat of some things here, and the divine master is there. So he's also getting nurtured with that. And it's funny, he's coming from the study. So to me, it's like I done studied him. I got enough knowledge underneath my belt as far as like Akashic records, like experiences from other lifetimes and life's experience to know when a man is cheating. I already know it. He's just exhibiting it. Okay. Understanding that at the same time, this dishonesty as far as what is it? Because I remember that had jumped off on here to remind me. I just did it, but I ain't. This is swords again. Swords is at the beginning, wasn't it? No. Here we go. 5. Facing difficult choices. Playing with fire. They playing with fire with it and not being able to hold back with this stuff, because again, that's that drama that's driving them. That's this addiction that's holding on to that, or some other whatever it is, this codependency, whatever else it is, or addictions that makes it seem like she said they can't help themselves. Either it's the immaturity, or we just sold this story to our friends, so we got to keep on at it. If somebody's like keep on going, that keeps fueling between these two. Can you give me some insight on this? I need some more insight on this. What's going on here? What's going on here, Mom? You got to give me, Mom. You got to give me. That's funny. My mom texted me too. Mom, you got to give me a little bit more to go on this here. The karmic got a message of concern about this main female, which is the divine feminine. And because, again, also, it's nothing going on as far as this family aspect. Whatever kind of facade that they have put on as far as what's going on in their family life, or them coming together, being together, or whatever like that, is putting up a pretty show, but the lights is on, but ain't nobody here. This is nice setup, but if this a family room, look like you should see kids all over the place playing. They watching TV, they having tea time. It's a nice setup they got going there, but ain't nothing going on. So this is what's going on there. Message of concern here. Okay. Next thing. Let me see where you fit in here. This mature woman, which would be the mom, said they done did some things that made my eyebrow raise. I've been on the scent on this trail about this here and saying, Understanding that there's some mastery that needs to happen here. And this mastery is happening with this divine masculine. She said, I'm not too sure about my daughter, though. I'm not too sure about her. I think she's in denial about some things, and I don't know if she's ready. But I do see that this masculine is, whatever it is with this concerning this divine feminine, this other woman here, he's standing in his truth, and he's becoming official even in this situation, which is causing for either, if they're in a marriage here, for them to either some contractual thing, for them to go take it and handle it up with the law. Also, this represents divine intervention too, because there's just so many stuff that's going on here. What else do you want me to know? That the same thing like the best friend here. She got a better scope than that first one. Something about that first one, her energy was off. I don't know what was going on with her, but her energy was off. I'm gonna let it go, and I'm gonna put a disclaimer. I'm gonna make a video about that right after this, about what's going on with her. Her energy was off. It's like she was almost scared to really almost tell it. It's like, I'm kind of scared to tell about this, because she made stuff, lights go out. I kept on going over and over and filming. I was like, what the heck going on with this? I don't know. Oh, I can see Dad jump right here. So I don't know what the heck is going on with that there. With this situation, but she wasn't. So whatever it is, this is childhood. Her inner child is helping this karmic to stay in this situation, because she's using the wrong tools to get out of it. She's got this superstitious thinking, well, if I do this, this is going to happen. And every time when I do this, it always happens. But at the same time, people are getting over her like a fat rat in this situation. What else do you want me to say? Tell me about this situation. What else? Make it clear, make it plain. What else? That is imprisonment. Yeah, they're both, the masculine is in imprisonment right now in this situation. He's in his power, he's playing himself small. What else? Understanding is moving to the energies that it's got to be a death to this situation. Because again, it's thievery going all around here. The divine masculine is in the center of it. It seems like it. Again, it's gotten to the point it's not really legit. She's saying my daughter is kind of really playing around with it. She's laughing. She's not taking it serious. She's almost like, to me, like she said, you know, when a person's nervous, she's laughing inappropriately. That's that immaturity going on there about this situation. She playing like it's a game. She keep on saying she playing this like this a game. This ain't no game here. She said we playing for keeps here, and you winning this like this is a game. That's what she's saying. And these children, whatever, if they got children concerned into it, or children even from like the inner child within them, it's just really killing time. It's making them stay there in the situation longer than they're supposed to be. Okay, so let's talk about some solutions. Okay, according to you, what's the solution that needs to happen? What does she need to surrender in this situation? Cried just a little too long. Now it's time for me to move on. They say I'm hopeless. Hey, do. There's a pin in a hole with a pin in a hole with it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm up to my head in it. Yeah. All right then. She needs to surrender to stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. So this is stressing her out. She sees that her daughter, this whole situation is stressing her out. She wants her to breathe, and then she will be able to get back to center on this whole thing. She says surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking the goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. She's saying again, although I was like, well, you kind of like an oxymoron because you just said that she played too much. But again, it's like, again, just get away from this situation. You got a goal that you want this divine masculine or this situation to go in a certain way. And it looks like to me, again, become almost like play like that flirt card, which is like become more lighthearted in your heart as well. Go off and really, you taking this really to a point that you done became very serious about this whole situation, but at the same time, once I almost feel like Daniellleboomlle. Give me a right at, because you just kind of insulted her at the same time and say she played too much. So what you want her to do? You want her to stand in her power, because she's got to start being able to see better third way, because again, let the doorway of spirit open, door to spirit, so she can be able to understand that and become the goddess of the moon that she's supposed to, which is the opposite, and to really become more knowledgeable of a thinking woman, which is like this, like some ways you say, to become more like the divine feminine. Get into your heart space more, because right now you ain't where you're supposed to. That's going to help to transform you. To me, I would think this is almost the opposite. She playing too much already. So right now, instead of her overthinking about a goal, she needs to become serious, to me. And then, because playtime is a recreation and rejuvenation of things, and she needs to not to be doing that. To me, it's the opposite. So I don't know what kind of, to me, if somebody play already, why would you tell them to play more? I ain't really getting that. You know, I'm about to say, are you friend or foe with that? Get somebody more lighthearted, somebody you saying more immature like you, that play around with you, and then that seemed like the best bet for you. I don't know. That's like really the best thing. Somebody comment on that, which way it was with that. I ain't feeling that one, but interesting on that advice to me. because you already say she's immature, so I don't know. It's too serious on that because she's seeing her stress out. So I guess he said, go do something fun because then that'll make you feel more because you're too into, okay, now she's talking to me. You're too into the situation. So I would like you to kind of go do some fun things. That sound like that. I've heard that before. Because you're just too serious. You're too into it. And I need you to kind of pull back. And if you do something fun, sometimes you do fun, it keeps your mind off of where you're at, and you can be able to see things better because you come with a fresh mind. Okay, thank you. She wants, so what things needs to change for her is that she's got to be true to you. She's got to be true to herself. How she's got to do that is, again, she's got to stand in her power, get in her solar plexus as well, and then watch how she's able to connect with others. She wants to have healthy boundaries, understanding no, you can't do that, and then also understanding that how she's manifested things, because she really truly needs to truly get into her bliss with this and stand in her power. That's that at that. Heavenly signs, she needs to rely on more so some signs that heaven are giving to her about the situation, what she needs to actually do. That needs to change. And then she needs to work on forgiveness, because I felt that, and that came out in several readings before. Some of them don't want to forgive. Look like she said, you got to open the eyes, because look at the butterfly's eyes is very large there to situation here, getting in touch with as far as manifesting things, letting the downloads come to her, and really truly getting to her heart chakra right here as well. And she needs to be able to really watch how the heaven is communicating these things, because it's also downloading it too, and it's also telling her this too as well. All right, what's the final thing that you want to say to her? This is from a Rebel deck. Hold on. Okay, give it to me again if that was it. Okay, you got two things to tell her. Okay. Okay, she's got, they're still waiting. Do the shit they asked you to do forever ago. So she's saying the spirit has told her, or whatever, even this divine masculine has told her in so many ways. Some of them have had this conversation and seem like divine masculine told her, you know, it's somebody else. I don't really want you. I'm just up in here because you keep on holding on to me too. Some of them have been. And then she's also saying spirit has told you what to do too. So she's saying again, they're still waiting. Spirit has told you what you got to do with this. This is how they're mimicking each other. The divine feminine karmic and the divine masculine have been mimicking, because divine masculine, from some of my readers, you've been on my channel, spirit has been led and gave them downloads, told them that it's time. They have been relying on their intuition, and also you heard from his mother figure as well. He said that, you know, I told him a long time ago, he's got these intuitions about this karma, but he ain't never moved on it. So that's another thing. So they say, do the shit they asked you to do forever ago. Forever ago they told you what to do, and forever ago you've been sitting on your ass and they made no moves. So forever ago, this time is now. That's it. And then again, the next thing they say, open your mouth. Talk, use big words like validate, acknowledge, and empathize. Because right now she keeps on telling her that she's acting very immature. And she needs to go ahead and validate what's going on in the situation. She needs to acknowledge that, hey, we need to break up, or we need to go ahead and get this divorce. Thank you, Mikey. Thank you, Ralphie. And you need to empathize about the whole situation, because again, that's why she's not able to forgive, and she's like holding on, because again, she's got to see from the divine master's aspect. She's got to see why her mom had did, why she had did, why she's trying to mimic and follow in her footsteps, as well as to what's actually doing here. You know, again, she said you got to stop playing games in here. This is you doing child's play here. This game that you playing here is for adults, and you was not ready when you sat at the table. You was not ready for this, not at all. This divine masculine is running circles around you about this stuff. He's now leveling up and he's becoming official. You still, the jury's still out on that as far as where you are. All right then, as always, again, this is the end of interview with the karmic people. series. I'd like to thank the Karmic Best Friend 1 and the Karmic Best Friend 2 and the mother for showing up with their honesty and giving us a viewpoint, so we also too can be able to validate, acknowledge, and empathize with what's going on in the situation as well. So we won't be still, like she's saying, that's advice for us to do the shit that we've been asked to do forever ago. Now we should be able to have a good idea what we need to do as well. All right, y'all, make sure if you're thinking about this might be your person and you really want even now get better understanding what's happening with your person, get your love letter as well, so you can be able to see what's happening from their heart space. That's $14. Go to Divineunisouls11.co to get your reading today. All right, now you won't get it today, you know, it's the thing, but just a saying there. You'll get it when you'll get it. Okay, all right, because some people have been taking like, I get it today. Hold on a second. Some of them is 24 hours to 72, depending on what it is. Like yesterday, the lights went out, so they backed me up. So I had to do that's things I can't handle help. But again, make sure that you get your thing. All right, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. Love you.